Hey everybody, BrickLover18 here today with episode number 5 of Ask Brick, the weekly series here on YouTube where I answer your questions, whether they're Lego related to my YouTube channel, or just anything at all. Leave them in the comments below with the hashtag AskBrick and I'll make sure I answer them on a future video. Without any further introduction, let's get right into this week's episode. The first question is from Spiracle101. Ask Brick, how do you sort your Lego? Is it by color or by piece type? And what do you think is better? So personally, I could do an entire video on this, so if you would like to see something like that, please let me know down in the comments below. I personally sort my collection a little different, so regular bricks like 1x2s, 2x4s, things like that, I sort them all by color. I don't differentiate each of the different pieces. They're all the red bricks go in this bin, all the blue in the other, all the green, and so on and so forth. Other bricks specifically, I do sort separately, so example 1x1 circular pieces, they're all sorted by color, by part in the same drawer. I'll have my tiles all separated too, but then I'll also just have a giant bin of Technic pieces and nothing is sorted. It really depends for me on the part, and as I said, if you want to see a whole video on this, please let me know and I could definitely do one to show you how I sort my Lego collection. And then to the second part of your question, what do you think is better? I definitely think it really depends on your collection size. If you don't have a very big collection, then I guess sorting by color is probably okay. Sorting by color is not something I personally would ever do just because sometimes I need a specific piece. It doesn't really matter what color it is, and I wouldn't want to have to sort through 7 different colors to find one specific piece when it doesn't matter what color. So personally, I got started sorting my Lego collection by part, and I guess I would recommend you do the same. Titanosaurus asks, which Lego Star Wars set is your favorite and why? Well, you're not going to really like this answer, but I don't really have a favorite Star Wars set because, quite frankly, I don't like any of them. And that's not to say that there are any bad sets, or I think they're all really cool. They're just not really something I'm interested in. I'm not interested in Star Wars whatsoever. As you can see behind me, I don't have any Star Wars sets whatsoever on my wall. Don't really have any in this entire studio. So they're just not my favorite. I think they're pretty cool sets. I guess I would say the Millennium Falcon just because it's the biggest Lego set ever. But other than that, I'm not really a Star Wars fan. Brick Imagination asked, what camera do you use? So I actually use a couple different cameras. The camera that's filming this video right now is a Canon T6i with a microphone and a bunch of different accessories to go with it. All my speed builds are filmed on an iPhone 7 and a bunch of other videos. It really depends. Sometimes they're filmed on the Canon, sometimes they're on an iPhone 7, sometimes they're on an iPhone XS Max. It really just depends on the video. I filmed some city updates on my phone. I filmed some city updates on this video. It really just depends on what kind of video that I'm making. BrickLover225 asks, Ask Brick, do you have any other hobbies or collections other than Lego? So to be honest, I don't really have any other hobbies besides this. I'm really into videography, so I do some video work on the side. I go to school full-time, so I'm like a full-time student, and I'm involved in student groups and extracurriculars, so that takes up a lot of my time. And I also do have a part-time job over the summer. So I'm a pretty busy guy. I don't really have any other hobbies. I live in Toronto, so always exploring and seeing new places that's a hobby. But Lego's definitely my main hobby and the only thing that I really collect. Gravedigger Monster Jam asks, Ask Brick, do you have the Lego San Francisco? So I'm assuming you're referring to the Lego San Francisco architecture set, and no, that's actually one of the architecture sets that's on my wish list to get, but is not one that I have right now. I hope to get it very soon though. I've never actually been to San Francisco, so I'm not in like a huge rush. Francis Basin, Lego City Star Wars fan asks, Ask Brick, have you ever went to the Legoland Discovery Center in Vaughan, Toronto? No, I actually haven't been. It's definitely one of those things that's on my bucket list this summer to go check it out. I've heard some cool things about the Legoland display itself as well as the Lego store, so I hope to kind of check that out and see what's new, what's different than the other Lego stores. It's on my summer bucket list. I'm really excited now that Lego's just purchased Merlin Entertainment's back, so all the Legoland parks will be owned again by Lego. So I think it'll be pretty cool. So I better go before any changes take place, and then go after to kind of see what Lego changed. Jack Brick asked, Ask Brick, what set in your collection is one that you emotionally value the most? Could you show us and why? So when I read this question, it took me a lot to think because I'm a very sentimental person, so a lot of sets in my collection mean something to me, whether it's who gave it to me or how I got it. I remember quite a bit of that, so it's really cool. It was great to go back down memory lane. There's a couple sets, I got from relatives that are no longer with me or things like that. Those are all pretty sentimental, but the one set that I think is definitely one of the most sentimental to me isn't actually a Lego set. It's actually this golden Lego sprue. I got this with my dad at a Lego convention in like 2014. He saw the way I was eyeballing it. It was a silent auction item, and he actually just kept bidding until he won. This item really means a lot to me because I think it's really cool. It's pretty unique. Not many people have these in their Lego collections. So the fact that I have one, I am pretty excited about, and it just means a lot that my dad went out of his way to get this for me in 2014. I still have it nice and framed. It's always on my studio. You just normally can't see it because the reflection sometimes of all my studio lights around, as you can see. I'm looking at the monitors, but it's kind of a lot, so I don't normally see it on camera, but this is definitely one of the most sentimental pieces in my Lego collection, just because of how I got it and the fact that it's pretty unique and not many people have it. So it's just pretty special to me. And then if you were looking at actual sets like that you could buy in a store, I think they're all pretty great, and it's not really the set itself, it's just like the memories or who gave it to me, stuff like that. I'll remember that part, but I mean, it could have been any set. I think all sets are great. Pixel Stuff asks, Ask Brick, what is your favorite Lego movie, number 1 or 2? Well, to be fully honest with you, I really like number 1 the best. I think it's because I was a bit younger and just there was so much hype for a Lego movie. We've never seen anything like that before. Since the Lego Movie 1 came out, there was a lot of like Lego movies, like Lego Ninjago, Lego Batman, and then of course Lego Movie 2. I thought they were both really good, and I did see both in theaters. However, my heart is still with Lego Movie number 1. I think I have to go back and watch Lego Movie number 2 to get a little bit of a different perspective. I was having a rough week the time I did watch it, so my review might be a little biased, but I think they're both really cool movies, and I remember really liking the Lego Movie 1 sets that came out with it, like the Unikitty and Wild Style, just things that hadn't been done before, so I was really excited about that. Apprentice Brick asks, what year was, in your opinion, the best for Lego City? So honestly, I'm not really sure which one was the best. Lego City hasn't, in my personal opinion, Lego City hasn't really been appealing to me in the last several years now, just because I find a lot of the sets are very repetitive. It's all police, all fire. That's it. Occasionally we'll get a cool vehicle. Sometimes the vehicles, though, are just so overwhelmingly large for a city, they just don't make sense. But I think it's a really cool line. I remember when I first got into Lego in 2008, I remember thinking the city was amazing. Like, I got the Lego City Police Station, that garbage truck, the first orange one. Just sets like that I remember being really, really cool. Since then, Lego's done a lot of awesome things with Lego City, but I think that my favorite year for Lego City was when I got into Lego, and that's what really drew me to this hobby. William Budick asked, will you ever build Lego sets on the wall? So I remember asking him for clarification on this question. Maybe if he's watching this video, he could give me some. I'm not really sure what he means by will you ever build Lego sets on the wall. I'm assuming maybe the walls around it. Probably not. I rent this space, so I don't want my landlords to have any reason not to give me my security deposit back. But I have lots of shelves, as you can see behind me. I've got 3 there. I've got 4 on the other side of the studio, and lots of shelves everywhere. So no, I probably won't build sets on the wall. I did put some posters up so it didn't look so plain, but we'll probably keep the walls intact. And we'll take a look at the last question here. Hunter X asked, do you own Lego Minecraft sets? So I actually do have a couple Lego Minecraft sets. I'm not a huge Minecraft collector. I do really like the game. That is one thing that I always really liked, but I grew up by the time that the sets came out, but I do have a couple. Where are they? This was the first ever Lego Minecraft set ever. It is a Kuso set number 3. This is back when Lego Ideas was referred to as Kuso. So this is the very first set. It was this micro build, 480 pieces. It came in this really cool square box, and as I said, was the very first set that they ever did with Lego. Since then, they've done lots of really cool sets. I've got a couple of them actually in my sealed collection. You can't see behind the camera, but I like the Minecraft sets. I think they're pretty cool. I've got a couple of the minifigures as well. It's a cool game, and so I'm glad Lego made some cool sets to go with it. So thanks everybody so much for watching Ask Brick, episode number 5 here on BrickLover18. Really like making this series for you, and it's been great being able to get back in the routine of doing weekly videos. So please keep the Ask Brick questions coming. I can't continue this series without some questions, so that would be very, very appreciated. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a like, and of course subscribe. Check out all the other videos I'll be uploading this week, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Ask Brick episode number 6.